1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:37. Welcome back to Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Still to come a little bit later on today, the contest, chance to win that one-year membership to 4 select Central Jersey retro fitness locations. We'll give you the chance to win that coming up. Also, Rutgers Athletic Director Patrick Hobbs will join us after the 8 o'clock news this morning to talk about a special event that he is doing in Edison tomorrow that you can be a part of, and we'll talk to him about that coming up. Let's get to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, our first get-together of 2017, with Barry Blank, the president of National Estate Jewelers, and our first edition of the new year of What's It Worth. Barry, good morning. Happy New Year to you. How you doing?
Good morning and Happy New Year to you, too.
Before we talk about our topics, it seems like one of the most talked about things last year was crime and theft involving some valuables and collectibles and some high-profile things. There was the guy that stole the bucket of gold flecks from the back of a truck. There was a robbery of some very expensive high-end furs not too long ago that made some news. And right on New Year's Eve, there was a theft not far from Times Square of some jewelry and some diamonds and some valuables. Do you see maybe perhaps heightened security, Barry, for what you do, and maybe those who are in the jewelry and the precious metals industry? Do you need to keep a close eye on things in the new year?
Well, the bottom line is you always have to be vigilant. You always have to be vigilant. The bad people, also known as thieves or perpetrators or whatever you want to call them, are looking. They're opportunists. They know, and they're very seasoned in this. They know that they generally don't carry firearms because a firearm is a major felony. They are opportunists. They're looking for that weak place. They're looking for that weakness. So as soon as a company puts its guard down, has an employee who isn't doing their job, leaves a bucket of $1 million worth of gold scrap on the tailgate of a car for 20 seconds, 50 seconds, they know that weak spot. They're the Achilles heel, the Achilles tendon. That's what they're looking for. So you always have to be vigilant.
Always keep your eyes open, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even an individual, don't keep your jewelry in your underwear drawer or your jewelry box. Keep your costume jewelry in those places and put it somewhere else. There isn't a safe place in your house. If it's broken into, I'm sorry to say, but your best place is in your vault. And everybody says, I don't want the inconvenience. It's too inconvenient. Well, then you take your risk.
Yeah, finding someone ransacked your home. Now, that's an inconvenience to me, I would think. All right.
Now, we've lived with alarm systems. I recommend them. If you don't have an alarm system, go buy stickers that say, protected by so-and-so alarm. Get them on your house. Because nobody knows. There's no more wires anymore. Everything's wireless.
Yeah, you're right. Every little bit helps. All right, our topic today, let's start out with, it's a brand new quarter. Gold prices, where we stand now, and do things typically tend to rise or fall in the beginning of a new year, Barry?
There is no typical. I mean, I don't know. If you would have asked me a week or two ago or three, I would have said gold is going to go below 1,100. And what did it do? Exactly the opposite. It's almost $1,200 an ounce this morning. So, people say, well, I'm going to hold it and wait till it goes back up again even higher. So, well, it may, and it may not.
Yeah,
so I can't tell you.
It's about meeting your immediate needs. Everybody has different needs, Barry, right? Everybody's on a different time schedule, I think.
Right, and the bottom line is never wait till you're desperate to sell. Wait, make a decision that on such and such a date you're going to sell. It's like getting a mortgage.
Yeah.
Make a date that you're going to lock in and get some advice. Make a date you want to sell your diamond or your gold or your Patek Philippe or Rolex. Make a date in your mind. Make an appointment. Call us, and we'll guide you through the process.
Good idea. What's hot nowadays, Barry? Is it diamonds now or kind of the hot thing?
Well, let's say I have seen two diamonds above 3 carats. One is coming in very shortly below 3 carats. It's like 2 3/4 carats. I'm working on a 5-carat diamond sale right now. I'm working on just so many different things. So the bigger stones are the ones that are really hot. There's a less and less of a premium on the things on diamonds below a carat. And some people just don't understand when they come in. They say, "I paid $500 for that bracelet, and you're offering me how much?" And I say, it's because it's worth its gold value. Otherwise, it's not saleable. It's broken or it's damaged or what.
Gotcha. How about for watches? You look for any particular brand of watch when someone calls or walks into your store?
We look for the more collectible watches would be the generally more expensive watches. Like Rolex, Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, Breitling, Omega, and Omega has some pretty expensive watches. But even we'll buy Invicta watches. They don't have a great resale value. And believe it or not, even some Seiko watches from the early 60s and 70s have some value. So
wow.
Do we look for the Seikos? Not really, but we research everything that comes in, and we'll even show you sales results, like on Pawn Stars,
Yeah. How about this time of year, Barry? We're a couple weeks away removed from the holiday gift-giving season. Do you have people that will come to you and say, "Hey, you know what? Somebody gave me this a couple weeks ago. I have no use for it. Quite frankly, I don't like it," and bring it to you to perhaps sell?
Sure. It happens all the time. And I would say on brand new items, and it's a hard number to hear, it's going to be from 10 to 30% of its purchase price is what we can offer on something, unless it's a designer piece like Gucci or Louis Vuitton, which we do buy, or Tiffany, Van Cleef and Arpels. These carry premium prices. They're worth more than 10 to 30% generally.
How about if somebody walks in with something that just screams 1973 and nobody wears it anymore? Is there value in, I guess you'd call them heritage pieces?
Heritage, vintage is more the word.
Mm-hmm.
Some 1970s, believe it or not, has some real decent value. If you remember the free-form gold pieces that look like nuggets, well, if you find the name King on it, like Queen and King, that would have a premium because that's made by was made by a famous designer. And then there are other pieces that look like angels with pearls and they're from the 70s, but there's a lot of things that may and may not have value, and we'll tell you.
Excellent, good stuff, and always buying, right? Even though we talked about how crime never takes a break, buying in your industry never takes a break either, right?
I got to tell you, we're always buying. We buy 12 months a year, 6 days a week, and all day long, and we always have 1 to 2 buyers on premises, but always vigilant. We have cameras all over the place. We have double lock doors for your security.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to all that, we do something nobody else in New Jersey does. Everybody else, you walk in and they buy over the counter, and everybody has to see your transaction. We do everything in a private room, and it's so different and really, really comfortable.
Very cool. And, of course, the free evaluation days are continuing in 2017 at National Estate Jewelers. And also, talk about you now designing custom engagement rings. What is this? What's this process like? How does this work?
Well, we've partnered with a jeweler in Manhattan who
Wow.
has a computer system, and he is unbelievable. They have a factory, and we have you give us a picture of what you'd like. We'll come up with a rendering, a drawing, and then we will produce that ring for you within 2 weeks, getting together with you with the best center diamond you possibly can have.
That's fantastic. I never heard of that before, because oftentimes you'll go and you'll just sort of pick from the available inventory, but to be able to design your own, is that something new? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's
Wow.
very cool. My wife is actually leaving this moment for Florida, Orlando for a trade show.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just
Excellent. Real
just
good.
got to go say hey to her.
All right. Well, good stuff. Don't let me hold you up, Barry. Thanks, as always, for being here on What's It Worth, and looking forward to another year of talking to you on Tuesday morning. So thank you again.
Catch you later.
All right. Take care. All right. Barry Blank, my guest here, President, National Estate Jeweler.